Hey there, Lafia, and greetings everybody. Welcome to Astrorisa Moon Forecaster. We're going to share with you all notes from our January 21st, 2019 full moon forecast. So we've got January 20th, 2019. That is the total lunar eclipse, also known as the blood moon. That's going to officially start 9:36 p.m. Eastern Time on the 20th. The maximum date, or when it is completing itself, is going to be January 21st at 12:12 a.m. And then 4 minutes later, again January 21st, but this time at 12:16 a.m. Eastern Time, the Leo full moon, also being called the wolf moon, begins. That Leo moon is going to be 0 degrees in house 9. The sun is 0 degrees Aquarius in house 3. The ascendant is 27 degrees Libra. So we have a very heavy moon time. A lot of different energies flowing with this moon. I also want to share with you all the full moon themes. So these themes for this moon time, which is spanning 28 days, this forecast is for 28 days because, you know, an eclipse can last months or years. So these themes are fiscal concerns, fiscal improvements, new opportunities, helpers and laborers, patience, seeking guidance, considering life's lessons and mysteries, finding answers, resistance, self-protection, taking a stand, and revolution. So with this moon energy, we're looking at Leo moon, then we have Aquarius sun. So that has strong Orisha equivalencies to Shango, to Orisha Shango. Very strong Shango energy. This is extremely fiery moon time. Let's just talk just a little bit about this wolf moon, because I wanted to talk to you all about what that means, because I think it's extremely important right now, just with this moon, with the energies of this moon, to look at the wolf moon and what does that mean. So we know that that is the Native American name, that one of the Native American names that's given to this time of the month, January full moon. And what it's doing is it's giving honor to the wolf energy, wolf medicine, the wolf pack. When they're howling at night, they're roaming and they're looking for food. So they're moving together as a group, looking for sustenance and resources to stabilize their unit. And that is really what this moon time is about, stabilizing one's unit. It has a lot of other energies coming with it too, but that's a strong one. Wolf medicine, it speaks about a pathfinder and a tracker. So it also has this correlation with the spirit of Leo, the lion, because both the wolf and the lion have a very tight connection with their family. And they also will fight ferociously for their family. And they also are strong providers. And this wolf moon energy, or this wolf moon medicine, it is also a moon time that a lot of you are going to find that you can work with this moon time to gain deep insight, to heighten your own instincts. And also it has a sage type energy with it as well, a wise one type energy. Because even if you know anything about Shango, Shango is also one who likes to go within. He's very contemplative. There's aspects of him that's extremely contemplative, aspects of him that is very studious and extremely creative. So all these different systems, whether we're talking about the Native American or the Orisha system or any other system, They all are correlating to the same kind of energy that's happening with this moon time. Same type of message. The underlying messages are very much the same. So let's get more into this moon time. Now, this is a blood moon. I don't go into the religious aspects of that blood moon. I just want you all to be aware that this is a very powerful moon that's also going to reoccur again in 2021. With the blood moon, it is referring also to eclipses. So I put out there on Facebook and I let you all know that if you're going to do any type of moon ceremony, I strongly suggest you don't do it on January the 21st or the 20th, but instead do it on the 22nd before 9 p.m. That way you can move away from the very intense energies of this eclipse. This eclipse is going to parallel the vibrations of the total American eclipse that happened August 21st, 2017. That was a solar eclipse. It was in the sign of Leo as well. This is a moon time that is really no joke. And if you're not familiar with moon work or you're a novice with it, again, I would suggest that you don't do any moon ceremonies on the 20th or the 21st of January. Let's go more into this moon time. And I'm just going to give you some aspects. I'm not going to go into the actual forecast. If you would like to get a copy of the forecast, then visit me at AstrorisaMoon.com. And you can go ahead and select the January 21st forecast. It's $8, and you can get the entire forecast with the whole reading and moon ceremony, which is for the 22nd. And more information. Okay, so we've got about 3 aspects I'm going to share with you all today. And I'm going to tell you one of the power dates as well. And a power date means that this is a date that is a destiny changer on our collective conscious level. So whether an individual is paying attention to what I'm saying, or a mass of people are paying attention or not paying attention to what I'm saying, that is a date when a lot of things can happen that are, like I said, destiny changers. That date is going to be January 30th through February the 1st. Now that's a very important date. Make sure that you are very mindful of unexpected things happening. So it's a day of preparation. You want to prepare for things to happen. It is going to be feeling the energy of this blood moon, this eclipse. And eclipses are known to trigger or at least signal some type of natural phenomenon, natural disasters, things like that. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but what I am telling you is just prepare yourself just in case. Just have a grab bag just in case. This is a date also that has a lot of heat with it, and that means that I'm not talking about atmospheric heat or temperature heat. I'm just talking about people can flare up during this time frame. And you may even notice that people are a little bit on edge even prior to this date. So there's a lot of volatile energy with this, and also some instability happening with institutions and structures. And so that's referring to whether it's your family or a job or even a corporate entity. There can be some instabilities happening during that time frame. So you just want to be aware of that. Now, the planetary aspect for this time frame I'm going to share with you is Mars squares Saturn. So Mars squaring Saturn, this is dealing with projects that are started. If you're starting something during this time, then you might run into some difficulty because it's hard to complete projects and targets that you have created under this aspect of Mars square Saturn. So it's really hard to be stable and structured because, again, you have this fiery energy. So you're all over the place like a flame. So in order to be able to complete your projects, to be structured, to be dedicated, you really have to tighten up your willpower because that's really what's going to push you through. You can wish and wish and wish and try many different things, but it really is going to center around your willpower, your will. For my Asar set people, you understand I'm talking about that haru factor. That really has to be heightened. So those of you who work with that haru factor and do the chants for haru, which is the same divinity or deity as Shango, you really have to raise the Shango within yourself, the Haru within yourself, in order to be successful during that time frame. Also, with this Mars square Saturn, it's really easy to give into one's weakness. Again, your will, that fire within you, has to be strengthened. Also, there's an aspect of rejection happening and strong criticisms happening. So, even though we are not in January 21st yet, you all may realize or recognize, rather, this kind of energy happening or this kind of character within people manifesting, where people are very critical of each other. So, to be forewarned is to be forearmed, right? This other planetary aspect I'm going to share with you is the moon is opposite Mercury. The moon is going to be opposite Mercury from January 20th to the 21st. Now, the moon opposite Mercury, that's going to create challenges between the heart and the head. And it creates challenges with what we truly want and what we truly feel and what we really understand. So this is where a lot of you may be questioning your own truth as to what you believe is true or how you understand it to be true at that time. And that can fluctuate and that can change. This is also a planetary aspect that signals nervous energy within a person. And also you'll find that you may run into a lot of people who are just talking all the time, just nervous talkers. You just like, why are they talking so much? They're just talking to hear themselves talk. Or maybe you're just talking a lot. Or maybe you're talking to yourself a lot. So that if you're connecting to this aspect, then it can manifest that way. Also, some people that are influenced by this moon opposite Mercury have problems with their memory and they're inclined to gossip. So they're like just all over the place. You know, your mind is all over the place. As much as we talk about the moon being related to our emotions, it's also related to our mind. So then you have also Mercury influencing this moon. So that's just this sporadic, all over the place mental energy that's having a hard time connecting to the heart and what someone's really, really, really feeling or really understanding. Their soul self. So those are the two aspects that are happening during this moon time, these 28 days that I talked about. And also I want to let you all know that during this moon time, the moon's aspects are going to be in opposition to just about every planet that it's connecting with. So it's going to be opposite the sun, Uranus, Mercury, Pluto. So it's a lot of push and pull happening during this time. The last aspect I'm going to share with you all is the moon opposite Pluto. So that's running again January 20th through the 21st. Now that one is an aspect that influences personal relationships. So our relationship with either ourselves or our relationship with other people is something that we're either going to be ready to look at or we're going to want to run away from and not deal with it. Also with this moon opposite Pluto, you want to be really careful of depression, be careful of manipulation, and irrational outbursts. So there's a tug of war with these two feminine energies, Moon and Pluto. And Pluto, as much as it's connected with Scorpio, it's also connected with Mars. So it's a lot of fire there as well. So I wanted to share with you all the challenges of this moon time so that you are aware of what's happening out here cosmically, and then you can take this information and develop techniques that you want to use to combat all this fire. In our forecast, we also, like I had mentioned, talk about a moon ceremony, very powerful moon ceremony to really lift one up during this moon time and make a lot of changes within ourselves. And then we also have the moon forecast that deals with the reading aspect as well. Okay, everybody, so I hope that this has been helpful for you all as you all prepare for this super powerful eclipse and full moon time. Remember what happened in your life July and August 2017. And if you see any of that beginning to happen now, just know it is connected with this eclipse. But if you've learned some lessons from last year, then you can apply them to this year and this time and make some necessary changes. So I wish you all a lot of success during this moon time. And please make sure that you have a creative and lucrative and stable and safe moon. All right, everybody. So I will see you again February 19th when the moon is full. Remember, everybody, to know your truest self, follow the moon. Take care.